being able to make that jump. Now we're pretty good. It hurt. Yeah. It hurt. You gotta give a little backstory. Because these boys did an 11-mile run yesterday and they're a little sore.
It's high here, altitude. Everything is high here.
Wow!
All right, well, let's get to some Q&As, shall we?
Yeah.
Q&As.
Love it.
Q&A
is one of the only words that begins in Q and doesn't have a U as the second letter. What are some Q words?
Why don't you tell them all about the sterile mule while you're at it?
I just read this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but so arguably most of us are Homo sapiens, yes? So genus Homo, species sapiens. So what separates species is whether or not you tend to mate together and then you can produce fertile offspring. So horses and donkeys look more similar than bull terriers and Great Danes. However, horses and donkeys can produce offspring, a mule, but they're sterile. All of Colorado's been like, yeah, that's right. I didn't know that. Whereas like a bull terrier and a Great Dane can produce fertile offspring.
This was 90% of our conversation yesterday.
I think it's a cool, I didn't know that. I learned that, my sister bought me a book.
Well, listen. When that question in Trivial Pursuit never comes up, you'll be able to answer it.
Check. Mules are sterile. Yeah.
They knew that, apparently.
I'll crawl back in my shell. Love you back. Love you back. My daughter, her favorite word is hello. She'll say hi and hello. My daughter, even though her dad is big, she's on the smaller side, so she's a year and a half almost, but she looks like she's just under a year. And she's the cutest little peanut on the planet. But she'll be like in a stroller, and you'll be like, oh, look at the little baby. And she'll go, hello.
Yeah, you gotta do the full thing. She's like, oh, cute little baby. And she goes, hello.
What you want? And they're like, oh dear God, she's talking
Cuban.
Hello, what are you doing?
You're like Triumph the insult dog.
Can I trees? Yeah, she's like, hi, hello, hi. And she sticks her tongue out when she says her L's. So she's like, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello. And people are like, oh my God, she's talking at 2 weeks. She's cute too. No. Jensen is not. I love to tease him. My pet peeve is doing anything more than 17 times. Some might say my pet peeve is doing a 18th take of anything.
Really?
So all I have to do is get in front of Richard and I can get a rim shot.
Yeah, it's very accepted on this stage.
There aren't a whole, I mean, we, by and large, we don't have time for pet peeves on set. I guess and this sounds kind of ridiculous to be in a job that requires repetition and is repetitive, but I think if I were to have a pet peeve, it would be when everything goes well, and then it's like, perfect, let's go again. Well, what do you mean? What was wrong? That was great. What do you want me to change? Nothing. So, why are we going again? Let's just do it again. Why? We have 4 more scenes, and we have to be out of here by 4 a.m. Like, what are you going to do when at 12 midnight when we're supposed to be out of here?
You know what they're gonna do.
Just hustle.
Hustle.
Hurry. Yeah, I think I think as actors, our job is primarily, they joke, hurry up and wait. Like, we're paid to know our stuff, show up on time, hit our marks, put our wardrobe on. So I feel like when you put me into the game, it's sort of like an athlete. I'm happy to practice, I'm happy to rehearse, but when you put me on the court or on the field, I'm there to play. So if I do it, let's move on. Like, don't keep me doing it. This is game time. It's time to make something happen. So I get frustrated, I guess, sometimes if I do something too many times.
I guess my pet peeve would be not getting it right and wanting to spend more time doing something. You know, because even though we might have had it perfect, who knows that the next time might be even better. And you know, generally with me, I strive for that, and I want to push myself, and I want to excel. And so each time I get an opportunity to do so, I find that I rise to that challenge. And it's a real pet peeve of mine when I'm not given that opportunity.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I totally agree. I think what I'm trying to say is, I think to clarify, my pet peeve is high standards. So I find if you set the bar low, you can just kind of keep going. Hey, moving on. I didn't say the right words. Who cares? Moving on.
That was passable. Yeah, you know, to be honest, the show would not be where it is and would not have gone as long as it has if we got annoyed by things, and if we let things bother us. We keep it pretty fun and light on our set, and I think that's one of the many things that has helped us continue doing what we've done for so long. We truly do enjoy working with the people that we work with and telling these stories and playing these characters, and you know, if anything, a pet peeve would be Jared leaving his gum on the table for no reason. It doesn't. It's used.
Have you chewed it?
It's done.
Have you ever tried it?
You know what? It was a perfect gum. Move on.
I find more layers. I'm still working more talent. Your second question sucks.
Know your audience. Know your audience.
That's a base question. Where the hell is sex gone? But anyway. Is there a plot line, or is there something that has happened on the show that you have done as your character that you really feel was maybe thema to who your character actually is?
I killed my wife.
Technically, I killed her. You just held her down.
Fair enough.
Semantics. Interesting.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Care to give an example?
Yes.
Thank you for your question.
That was a yes or no question, correct?
Just tell me where the sex is gone.
You can't speak of the second question. You orphaned your first question. You can't speak of that again. You know, I've been vocal about this, so there are a few ways I view your question, and maybe it's justification having done the show for so long and having done things that I thought were sort of antithetical to who Sam is. I think one of the storylines that sort of upset me as a fan of the show, but I understood as a fan of storytelling in general, rhymed with Amelia. I didn't think it fit Sam. She's amazing. Leanne is a wonderful girl, and the writing was great, but it made me sad to see Sam leave the idea of finding Dean. That having been said, it was good storytelling, because fairly certain it elicited some sort of reaction or feeling from 90% of the people who saw it. No one just watched like, oh cool, I'm just gonna watch this.
The username was angsty, but I love that.
It was which?
It was angsty, but I loved it.
Angsty?
Angsty.
Angsty. Well, we don't all talk at once.
You know, angsty, the basis of every other CW show. I'm gonna get in trouble for that now. That's what I do for a laugh, guys.
Hey guys, we just got canceled.
We just got canceled. I appreciate that.
But it's
Fine, I missed it.
so yes, there have been times where Sam has done things differently than Jared hoped he would have done them. That having been said, I think it plays into the narrative of the entire story. It fleshes it out a lot. Even if I don't want to agree with something 100% of the time. If for no other reason than by having some sort of discourse and disagreement, you can find how you really feel. So I'm grateful, I guess, for the things that Jared was pissed off doing as Sam.
I think you and I both, we run into those issues, like if there is something that maybe the character is scripted to do that we may as the actors not necessarily see eye to eye with that direction. I'll give you an example. I thought that Dean came around in accepting Jack a little too quickly. With as stubborn as he was in accepting him and wanting to rid the world of him, I thought that turn was pretty quick. And it went against kind of my instincts. However, we needed it to happen so that we could move the story along. And because we don't have 60 episodes a season, which I'm sure they would want us to do, we would survive. We could probably have dragged that out a little longer and made that more of a story point, but we didn't, and here we are today. And I'm happy with where we ended up, but I thought it was a bit of a shortcut to get there.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought when you killed the Frankenstein boy, that was one.
Yeah.
But thank you. I liked your answer as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. For me, I'm not sure. I know, only because it's difficult to talk about yourself, it's so sort of objective, you know. But I know that if, like, I'm hanging out, Jensen or whatever, or concert, and I yell, Jensen or Dean, he doesn't respond, but if I yell Eric Brady, it's like
It looks a lot like this.
Jensen! Dean! Eric Brady? Yeah. Me, I'm not sure. Raggy?
Where's the frosted tips?
Wouldn't you like to know?
So become a name?
Thank you.
I will say that there is a certain difference in if somebody yells Jensen or somebody yells Dean, and the difference is subtle. But this is what it would look like. You yell it out.
Yeah, I got it. Jensen!
That's one. Here's two.
Dean!
And it works very similar for him.
Furthermore, well, no, I mean, as a objective third party, the difference is even further than just physical. It's vocal. Give me a Jensen Dean.
Dean!
It's just the
No, but it's, yeah, it's really just the nuance. You gotta look for it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
So, whenever Jensen is crawling through these tight places or events and stuff, I can't watch because I get claustrophobic. So my question for you
What
both...
about when Sam crawls through tight places?
You're at home doing research in your letters. Well, I'm out there fighting things. And saving people. But they're your business. I know I got that a little wrong. I didn't start off going down that road, but I ended up going down the road anyway, so yeah. Hi. Yes. Yes, there have been some tight squeezes.
My question is, have either of you faced your fear on the set of Supernatural, or have you been put in such an uncomfortable situation that you can't wait to get off the set?
I mean, bees is kind of the classic answer because they threw 60,000 actual bees into a closed-in room with us. That was unsettling. I have a weird, I think like when I was a kid, I got spit on by a bully or something. I have a weird deal with spit, with being spit on. And there have been 2 times in Supernatural history where Sam was supposed to be effectively spit on or drooled on, and I can't do it. I literally cannot do it. One was the siren or whatever, the guy was supposed to spit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this, guys. Like, we have to do like a cut, and I have to put it in. And I just have a weird, like I'm gonna punch you. Like you punch me in the face, and I'll be like, hey, what's your problem? You spit on me, I'm gonna kill you. In case you know, in case you need to know. So the next one was, there was a time where there was like a witch in a house or something, and she tackles me, and she's drooling onto me. Zombie? A zombie. Whatever it was, I was like, guys, I feel really bad. I can't do the scene tomorrow. Like, I can do all around it. You can put some stuff on my face with my makeup artist or whatever, and cut back to me and it's on my face, but I can't have something coming out of somebody else's mouth hitting me in the face. And so they called in my stuntman, my carpenter, to have it done. And I saw him actually, I was like, Carby, dude, I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's great. Like, we get paid to like come in, I don't give a shit. He's like, just like, they're gonna be hit by a car or something. So literally that's the only times I think on set that I've literally been uncomfortable. That, and luckily we don't do so many of these, but sex scenes are really weird. Because, well, but you have these guys and gals on the crew, and you know them, you know their wives and husbands, you know their kids, and then you show up and you're basically in like skin tone underwear, like, hey man, how you been? I got it. So it's a weird, those are 2 weird situations for me.
Yeah, I obviously don't have issues because I'm the one that gets put in all those situations. Claustrophobic, heights, creepy dolls. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of go somewhere mentally, and recently there was a hole that was dug in the ground that I had to dive into. And the hole, yeah, it was last year, and the hole was I think it was about 6 feet deep. And it was at night, and there was no light down there, and it was a fresh hole. And all the things that came with a very fresh, dug hole in the night that you couldn't see, but you could just feel. And so I went down there during rehearsal, and it was... He spends most of his time in the gutter. And it was one of those like, gosh, I don't really want to do this. But then the yelled action, and I did it anyway, and then I was like, all right, well, I guess, I don't know, it's just, I kind of block it all out and just do it, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello! Hey, just I gotta say
Yeah, this guy who's arguably 6'5" or 6'6" is like, hey Jared, stand on your tiptoes, and holds me down. Which is funny because at the last minute I heard him say tiptoes. I was like, oh, we're all going up our tiptoes, and then he forced me back down. Like, all right, well, look, the insecurity's that bad, buddy. Whatever it takes.
Fine,
This is Mom's idea, not fine. Alright, so the question speaking of is from my mother. You guys are familiar with her by now.
Don't you know it?
So the question
But
is...
you're tall, so it's cool.
Question is, do you have a bucket list item for your characters of Sam and Dean before the show comes to completion? You can answer for yourselves or each other.
I'll answer for Dean regarding Sam, and it looks and sounds a lot like this.
Not so tall now, are you? Jared's bucket list for Sam, the itch was kind of scratched this year, but it wasn't completely eliminated. I wanted to have facial hair, which I did for a little bit, but now you can tell I'm sort of baby's butt.
It all revolves around his hair. Whether it's body or head or whatever, it's just...
I have two, so full disclosure, we don't know what episode 300 is about, but I think because, well, I don't know why I said that, but I think it would be funny to do a sort of meta episode of the 300, for those who know the movie. It'd be fun to do some like Greco-Roman wrestling and
Are we in costume doing Roman Greco?
it's a costume. I always thought, we've joked about this a few times, and I actually do think this is one of the few shows that can pull it off because y'all guys are so supportive. It'd be fun to see sort of an episode about nothing. Like, when did the boys wash their clothes? When do they shave? When do they, you know, the closest we get is maybe the gas station scenes where we're filling up the Impala, but otherwise, all that goes into the Winchesters being who they are is kind of just taken for granted. And I want to say that sometime in 310 episodes, which would be the end of this season, 307 episodes, it'd be fun to see what happens behind the scenes.
I thought, I mentioned this in the meet and greet today. I think a fun episode would be the boys go to the track. And Dean's racing the Impala instead of, or just racing, anything. But I see like Dean with the headgear on and he's communicating with in the pits and Sam's in there like going, why are you on his tail? And Dean's like, this rubbing is racing! And there's this whole thing, and you got the spinning out in the infield, and you got the different personalities with the drivers. Dean probably punches a guy. I don't know. Champagne, hot chicks. Who doesn't want to see that? Oh, okay, I'm alone on this one. Fine.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for that too. Cheers, man.
I don't have, it's hard for me to section up my experience on the show into episodes, and I know it's probably much easier for you guys because you see them a week apart, but for us, we just film nonstop. There's no breaks. It's not like we film an episode and then take a week off and come back and film. It is just nonstop. So for me, the favorite episode
it's a hard question to answer. It would be more favorite moments. So what are what are your favorite scenes, what are your favorite moments that you've had over the course of 13 years? That I can answer a lot easier. And those are, some of the really heartfelt moments between the brothers, where they really kind of poured out. Moments where Sam and Dean jumped through the glass window of the church, and that experience. Riding a mechanical bull for an extended period of time. The list goes on and on, but I will say that when it comes to those moments, my cup runneth over. I've had a lot of good times on the show. What's your question?
In season 11, we found out that the mock cane doesn't change you, it makes you more of who you are. What effect would it have had on Sam?
It would have made him even smarter.
Sam knows that mules are sterile.
You would. That's a great question. I think we saw a bit of Mark of Cain Sam and Demon Blood Sam. I think that's sort of amplified parts of him that he might have. It was just hanging there. It's a glue stretch. I think it probably would have. In the van. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Cliff, do we have that crane in the back?
I'm stuck.
This is impressive, guys.
Everything, by the way, for those who couldn't hear the popping, everything just broke. All of it. I think the Mark of Cain would have a similar effect as the Demon Blood had. Sort of, it seems like it's sort of an intoxicating feeling of power and sort of the love of power, or embracing sort of the anger and the fear.
Seriously, my knees hurting right now. Then you just started like twitching.
You have too much cartilage, I think. Oh, wind it down.
Do those come off?
Yeah. Amazon Prime.
Look at the 6'5" ones.
Thank you, Risha, for your question. I'm certainly happy your name isn't Risha, because that would suck.
Funny thing is, Risha's name isn't Risha. We chose that.
Thanks, Barbara.
Hi.
So, in popular talk, I read if the story was ever going to end, and you guys got the last
Whoa,
one.
whoa!
I heard if.
I also heard end. Whoa, whoa!
So if you got the last couple of scripts, and it just, in your gut, felt really inauthentic or wrong, do you think the writers would listen to you, because you know the characters so well, and change it?
I think they would, but I also think that I think all of that would be sussed out before the scripts were really written. I think the ideas would come down the line, and they would pull us into a meeting, and kind of we'd all hash out how the end of days would happen. So I think we would all be in agreement before scripts would really be published. And at least I hope we would. I hope we would.
So yeah, it was a pretty good relationship with those folks.
Yeah, I think we all, to echo Jensen, I think we all, the royal league of, you know, Ackles and I, and even Misha, not Misha, and Bob.
Although if Misha wants to weigh in, that's...
I think we all have spent too much of our lives and of our hearts and souls and emotions to just kind of see this show off in some sort of inglorious way. So I, like Jensen, I like to think it would be a bit collaborative. That being said, I am an actor. I don't want to write the show. I don't want to write the ending of the show. But I do, if
you want to sign off on it.
Yeah,
we don't want to sign off on it. So, but if it's bad, it's not our fault. Just want to put that out there.
I would like to see a floating table.
Yeah.
I don't want to rewrite it, but if it's something that just doesn't make sense, they open a cupcake shop or something. Guys, or just
it would be a pie shop.
That's why
there it is. There's the ending.
That's why we should get a vote. Yeah, I like to think that we will be involved once we all know. But hopefully this guy makes all guys happy. That's not even discussed right now, so. I think we have a lot more adventures of Sam and Dean to watch before.
Crossover.
There is two Simpsons the whole film.
MASH!
Don't smoke! I think we probably do best on Cheers. I think Cheers, I would legitimately like to see what sort of grievances Sam and Dean Winchester air to the bartender. You know, I want to see what kind of stuff they talk about. Hey buddy, what are you having? Beer, pint? Yep. Tell me about your day. Hey, well, my brother died again.
Sorry, did you say again?
Yeah, and ever since I got back from hell, I mean, I hear ya. And as he calls the police, we're getting drunk at the bar. I think Cheers or Simpsons. Always wanted to be on Simpsons.
Yes.
And we can do it from wherever because it's animated again, so we can do it from here. We're recording in Denver. I saw Jen's hands. On a sea of black, I just saw fingers. Senor?
I think there's a few shows that actually do lend itself for a crossover. And then there are many that don't. I would have never thought, well, no, I think Scooby-Doo does lend itself. I mean, it's, you know.
X-Files.
The Walking Dead. Although, I feel like if we went on Fear the Walking Dead, they'd have to change it to Not Anymore. Anything that deals with things that the brothers have dealt with, I think would make obvious sense. I think it's a little more difficult to cross over into the superhero comic world because we're not superheroes; we're real heroes.
Yeah, but now you got to think. She has to think. I also do think I'd love to see an episode of like Hell's Kitchen. Where Dean grabs like, 2-week-old Chinese Junior Baking Championship. Here's why. Because, you know, Gordon Ramsay would come in and Dean would grab like 2-week-old noodle leftovers, start eating them. Ramsay would be like, "What kind of shit is that?" And Dean would just beat the crap out of him. Shut up.
I'd slap him.
Your turn next, Gordon. Or like say yes to the dress.
That would be a really short episode, because this is how it would go. She would come out, and Dean would do this. Yes!
Get me out of here. Yeah, what do you want to see the Winchesters cross up to?
Wayward.
I'm not taking my shirt off next to the Rock. No can do.
Punisher.
I would say superheroes.
Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend.
Awesome. Well, fingers crossed.
Heck yeah, man. I just see Dean sitting on that couch next to Blanche. That's good. That's good stuff.
Thank you for your question.
No, you got me, baby.
Thanks, guys. Okay, it was loud out there. This is Mariana, SBN family.
I don't know. She's got a couple of IDs here. That's, well, that's in case you're looking at it like this.
Awesome. So you are our last question, which means you get to come up here and see what we see. What?
It's your birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Mariana.
And what is your question?
So I was going to ask, how did it feel when you fell in love with Jen?
Oh, that's a
It was a sunny day.
It felt wrong. I felt wrong.
It felt wrong.
I felt like it wasn't the right thing for me to do.
I kept saying this is inappropriate.
He's my friend.
This is my friend.
I need a picture.
Right. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot now too. I think when I fell in love, it was very similar to when people fall in love with whomever they fall in love with. It was sort of an understanding. It wasn't instant. It was over time. Really understanding that you care about somebody, they care about you, a certain amount of trust. And I hope we all get to experience that. And happy birthday.